What's up everybody, Ripper Smash here. Everyone used to say that the Type 5 Heavy was unplayable or garbage. Has it changed? Today I'm going to show you why the Type 5 Heavy has become terrifying on the battlefield in World of Tanks, provided that you use it the right way. The Type 5 Heavy is one of the few tanks in the game that can make people panic. They will throw premium rounds at you, push bad angles, or avoid you completely. That's armor psychology at work. So how has this tank benefited from instilling a bit of fear into the battlefield, and what updates helped improve it? In 2.0, this tank received a rework. As part of that rework, the front hull and turret armor were significantly improved. As well, it received an improvement to accuracy and reload time on the gun. The only real weak spot is the large turret sticking up on the left side of the tank, which gets overmatched by TDs and premium rounds. So with these improvements, how do you angle this monster correctly? The straightforward answer is you don't. You hide your weaknesses, forcing the enemy to shoot you where you want them to, most of the time resulting in more bounces than pen. The main success that I've had with this tank is when I stopped playing this like a mouse. What I mean by that is being more aggressive in your playstyle. This includes pushing hard on city lines provided that you have support. The best way to do this is forcing tanks to battle you one-on-one, and making the most of your front armor improvements, high caliber gun, and faster reload time. When you push with over 3,000 hit points, nearly impenetrable front armor, and a gun that hits for 700 plus a shot, you dictate tempo. That is the whole secret on how to play this tank. That being said, using your HP intentionally like a pawn on a chessboard is an acquired skill. This is one that I find new players to the tank or game have issues with. I even still find myself questioning or having issues with this. What this means is trading some of your HP to be able to get a large or lethal blow. The biggest mistake I find people making is waiting with this tank. This tank wins when you start the fight, not when you react to it. The equipment I use for this tank is hardening, rammer, and turbo. The vents are also a good call in place of turbo if your crew is less trained. Here is a full battle on Pilsen against tier 10 and 11 tanks. In this game I'll go over where I pushed hard and traded well in HP and shots. After playing many games on this map and maneuvers this season, I wanted to try to shoot tanks making the crossing or exposing themselves in the coal mines. The 803 also had the same idea. As you can see, this tank still takes a bit to get into positions. Having seen that I'm more exposed than the T-803 and don't really have shots, I looked at the minimap and decided to rotate towards the city. When looking at the minimap, you can see that we have more tanks on the 0 line, and not that many heavies have pushed into the city on our side. Minimap awareness is a good skill to practice and to have in this game. Making the minimap bigger is a good place to start. Here I peek using my front armor, and it pays off with bouncing a shot from the mouse. Since the mouse pulled back and I was still full health, I decided to check and see if there were any other enemy tanks lurking around the doors to this warehouse. I ended up spotting the AMX crossing, which will be helpful coming up. I will never fully understand the decisions some people make in this game, but I managed to track this M60 on the crossing, which ended up being a nice amount of damage and eventually a kill. Remember that AMX from the crossing? Well, here he comes into the warehouse, almost dead now. Not that I can kill him. After this AMX dies, I look at the minimap and see that we have won the coal side of the map. I decided with the warehouse now mostly empty to push over into mid and see what happens. Look at that, a juicy mouse trying to push the heavies facing the other direction from me. Here, with the mouse almost dead, I decided that pushing the E100 behind me and not the contriver in a hold down position is the better play. Unfortunately, this grill beats me to the kill, but this opens up the enemy side to a flank push, and I waste no time getting into position to do more damage. Here I realize this 705 might be my help, even though I'm getting hit from the stirb up on the hill. I decided to use some of my remaining hit points to try to help them. This was a decent game in the Type 5 Heavy and showcased the new life it has received as of 2.0. If you push and bully with this tank, it can be fun to play and make you an asset to your team. Thanks for watching and please like and subscribe.
敵車両の撃破を確認。次の標的を探せ。